Hiya everyone, it's me. I'm sorry I'm late. It's only a few minutes late anyway. So it's your show, you know. I'd love someone to come on here. One of you lot out there, just come on, give your views. I'll send you a link. I don't mean tonight because you have to have your details and just give your views like the likes of who I've got on tonight. J.K. Kismet, he's on. He gives us views. Lee Carlson, known as the Vase of Flowers, he gives us views. And also Daryl Merry, known as King Kong, the COVID boy. so, so they give all their particular views about the club. There's no BS about it. They just say it as it is. And this is what we want. We want you on here to give your views. And we'll have you up. Just talk about the Reds. Just talk about the nonsensical BS about these transfers that Post put up. They put in Cappy, question marks and exclamation marks next to it. And people just go, oh, there must be something going on and go on it. What a nonsense. Because it's the same old rhetoric that they give out every time. So this is your particular show, yours and yours alone. So let me know if you fancy coming on. It's as simple as that. Drunk Vigo. It's great, isn't it? I'll just go through these before then. And your comments get read out, by the way. If you just joined us, your comments get read out and discussed and come out with, what you think, what you feel about the club. Here's a question for you. Do you think that we should have gone in for someone in this window before it shuts? Just let me know. And if you say, yeah, we should have, or give the reason why, and we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it. Anyway, there's my lovely moderator here. I'll be getting you the blue wrench soon. A blue wrench to hit everyone over the heads with if they're all naughty to Frank. Anyway, Valley says, hello everyone. And Daryl says, Valley, you lovely lady. Oh, that's nice. And time for my guy, Vase of Flowers, says Drunk Vigo. Or is it Vigo? I like an actor called Viggo Mortensen, very good actor. And Valley says, welcome in, Drunk Vigo, looking forward to a fabulous show. Hello, Frank. Hello, Valley. Oh, there we are. And hello again, Frank, and viewers. Hope all as well. Hey, Gary. Snapey. Of the Albanian on Frank, I can think of no better example of the missing link. Say Stephen Snape. The Albanian. Fantastic. And, hello, Snapey. Says Valley. Hope all as well. Gary, Charlie Wood, evening Frank, evening Charlie. Let's have oh, that's nice. That's nice. I want to go down here. I really need to get as many in as possible. I really do. Arthur Schofield, even if Frank and friends, I believe you have had a busy and very busy. I've had one of the most busiest days. And I've just seen Lee sitting there in the green room. And he always gets up and walks away. I don't know why. Gets up and walks away. I think he needs a pot at the bottom of his feet. Anyway, hello Arthur Schofield, says Valley, Charlie Wood. People are congratulating players for signings. Exactly. Ali Nus all the way from Romania. Good evening, Ali. Good evening. And Brian Headley. Hello, my friend. Stevens, yeah. And Arthur Schofield. Hey, Val, I hope you have had a change of hairdresser. I'm bringing in the boys now. And right there is JK. Hiya, JK.
Hey, bro. I hope you're good.
Are you okay?
I'm all good, bro. All good.
Oh, good. I'll be bringing on Lee in a minute. I'll just read this soul boy, what he says. Hi, Frank. Before you start following on from this morning, I've got a book called Picture Palaces of Liverpool about cinemas. I'll see if that cinema is in it. What you were saying, yeah. I had it myself. I might still have it somewhere, because I've got that many. I've got that many books, but I do have things like that. I do have it. And don't forget that the very first purpose-built cinema was here in Liverpool, and it was up in Bootle, I think. No, it wasn't. It was in Walton, by Walton Church, St Mary's, along there. It became an auction room. But anyway, let's carry on. And I'm bringing in Lee now, and here he is. Shane McGowan. K-Mac. Look at that. K-Mac, I'd love you to come on here, I'd love you to please send something. I'd love you to come on. He's a great fella, and he's always on with Jamie Phillips. Absolutely fantastic. It really is. And Valley's put up as he's got a great channel, by the way, K-Mac channel. I was looking for it for ages, and I finally got it. I finally found his channel. Oh, that's lovely, that. And as he says, big up, everyone. That's great, that, K-Mac. I'd love you to come on here with these lads here, because they're all good lads. They're all good Reds. And there's Lee. Hiya, Lee. You're okay?
Yeah, sounds, yeah.
Easy,
Oh,
bro.
you seem very enthusiastic.
Yeah. You want me to do? Get up and bloody dance.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, and there's Gerald coming on.
Yo,
there
yo.
he is.
Yo.
There he is. So is everyone all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So how's your covers anyway, Gerald?
I'm feeling a lot better, Frank.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Because we were worried about you, we really were. There's nothing worse than that bloody COVID. Anyway, Gary Rigby says, stay positive, my friends. I love Liverpool FC and Liverpool, the city itself. There's your mate. And Tony says, now then, Frankie, Lee, Darryl, JK, pints all around.
Sorry.
It's brilliant, isn't it? All right, so listen, lads. I think we've gone over this before time and time again, but you get these channels. Oh, K-Mac. I will ping you my WhatsApp, mate. Thanks, K-Mac.
Oh, I know what.
Brilliant. Brilliant. What a man. What a man. Him and Jamie, I love listening to him and Jamie. I love listening to him, honestly. I've had a pair of them. Jamie Phillips is one of the best. I just want to go on to Jamie's here to tell everyone about him. And I love him. Love the man. And there he is. Jamie Phillips. And K-Mac's always on with him. And they have a great conversation. It's just like us, we have a great conversation. I'm not taking anything away from my boys. I'm really not, because we do have fantastic chats. So listen, lads. Yeah, the look is up again. See? he's always moving. He's always getting up.
Plumping me
I'm not going
cushions,
to-
man. Plumping me cushions.
I'm not going to. I'm going to JK. You know, he's sitting there all nice and quiet and doesn't say nothing. He just laughs. Anyway, JK, does it?
Yeah.
He's laughing already.
Go.
JK,
You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh.
of course you've got to laugh. Anyway, you know, these headlines, you know, that some podcasters put out about signings and, you know, do you think it's just a ruse? Because they know that we're signing nobody,
Yeah.
that it's just a ruse, that the likes of us will go, oh, I wonder what we're doing, you know, let's see. Do you think, well, what do you think? What's your take on that?
I used to remember the old days when we used to look forward to a transfer window. Who's coming in, who's not coming in. And the thing was, them days, we didn't have no social media to fill your head up with rubbish, you know. It was just like, boom, that player's signed for you guys. And it was done, you know. And I think this new era of football content creators and everything, they're trying to think, how can we get viewers in? And they're using them sort of tactics to get that done. You know, because like yesterday, I was telling you this morning about Andre agreed personal terms.
Yeah.
I never heard nothing today. I've never heard like him with a Liverpool shirt in his hand. So
No.
you know what I mean?
No.
The guy's got no shame to do that.
I know, and this is what it's all about, and it's just a ruse, in my opinion, just to get someone in, you know, getting all these views and all these clicks, and because they all seem to like what they're listening to, albeit it's a load of garbage. Lee, what's your take on that?
Yeah, it's always been like this with fake rumours, but it's much more like exaggerated now because there's more media. When I was a kid, you know the way you got it? You'd have to phone up. There was transfer gossip hotlines, and you'd have to phone up, but it was rubbish because when you phoned up, there was like it stalled for ages before you got to the gossip, and it run up a big bill. You know what I mean? That was in like the late 80s when I was a kid.
Yeah. But again, you know, Charlie Wood, that is, it's not just a transfer window either. And it isn't. It's everything. What's your take on it, Terrell?
To be honest with you, Frank, it's all year round, day in, day out. It's just PR stunt after PR stunt. Does my head in.
And you know what? They come out and say, what's his name? Fabrizio
Craig Holden.
Romano Fabrizio, whatever his name is.
Mm.
And he's Italian, living in Italy. And he's supposed to know about all our transfers. And they take notice of. It's just pathetic. It really is. Anyone can read that and put it up. I don't read anything. And it's just like what you said. You know, as Charlie Wood says, it's not just a transfer window either. And it is. And as Charlie says, Tommy Cooper has come and soon. Click on this. And that's how bad it is, isn't it? You know,
Yeah, definitely. As far as Liverpool go, Fabrizio Romano was a font of useless information.
Exactly. And people, you know, they look at him. I'm saying these people with podcasts. That's why I don't watch many of them. I only watch the likes of Jamie and Cop TV. These are good lads, and Jerry James. You know, I watch his as well. He's a good lad. So I just pick who I watch. I really do. Because some of them are absolutely dreadful, and being honest.
It's like Anfield agenda, Frank.
Yeah. Valley says, hey, Darryl, can you lower your camera a bit, please? I can only see your cute eyes over the chat post. Yeah, Redmen TV. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, no, I do. Yeah.
How's that?
K-Mac. No, Redmen TV. Yeah, yeah, I go along with that, Gary. I do. But K-Mac says Romano is the spoofer who was paid by Chelsea. It's been revealed. Think about that. For 1 minute, think about
Yeah,
the spoofer. And he gets paid by... that's why I take no notice of these people. These
bro,
people
they
are
do.
all the time.
Yeah, and what they do, they also jump on other people's shows and they charge like crazy money for an hour just to jump on someone's live to talk about
Yeah.
speculation, for example. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about making money for themselves. When it really boils down to, at the end of the day, yeah, everyone's got to make money. But when people are blagging the way to it, it's not really a good look. But everyone's got their own choice. You know what I'm saying? But you think humans don't learn. They've been watching the news for decades. No wonder they're all not looking too good in 2024, you know, because watching the news, believing everything they say, and saying good, and you think, oh, look, they learn when it comes to transfer speculations and stuff like that, but they still don't.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're so right, JK. You're so right. So I'm going to go to you, straight to you now, Lee. Do you think, genuinely, and you out there, you know, our lads and girls who are looking in, if there's any girls there, that is, not leaving you out. Anyway, do you think that we should have brought someone in this window, especially for where we are now? Especially for where we are now, we're top of the league, right? And it's going to be a battle with Man City. I don't care what anyone says. And just before you go on and answer that, K-Mac says Lynch is the guy who gets the best info direct from the club. And Lee agrees with you there, K-Mac. Let's just go and see what Bradley said. But Brian Headley says, I'm fed up with this. League, VAR, officials, corruption, lies, media. It's just a case of let's make something up. Why doesn't a spokesman for our club just come out and say, we will let you all know ASAP? Yeah, why can't they say that? Why? Is there anyone there with a voice at Anfield? Is it just these press conferences before and after the game? Because that's all that I seem to be listening to.
Yeah, but we seem to do our transfers on the hush hush. So I don't think our club's really involved in that media world of saying we're going after this guy, we're going after this guy. They just get their deals done and ciao. Not like other clubs, I would say. You know.
Yeah, no, you're right. You know, you're so right. And this is why, as we've always said in the past, the Liverpool way. It's like, who thought that we were going after this lad named Szoboszlai? All the focus was on McAllister, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Who's ever heard of Endo? Who's ever heard of Szoboszlai, to be honest, for that matter? But, you know, when you look at the way Liverpool do the business, it's great. It really is. But I'm still going to you. I'm still going right over to you, Lee. Do you think we should have bring someone in, because it hasn't closed yet in this window?
Yeah, for the last 18 months, I've simultaneously wore me jaw out and me fingers out, saying that we need a new centre-back. And even though we've got Jarell Quansah coming through, we still need a new centre-back because Matip's out for the season. And it looks to me like Klopp fancies Joe Gomez as a full-back primarily now, although he will use Joe Gomez as a centre-back. So I think we still need a new centre-back. Itakura, the Japanese centre-back, is available at 16 million euros, which I think is 12 million pounds. He'd be a Japanese international teammate for Endo. And if it doesn't work out, we could recoup the lion's share of 12 million. Probably at the least we'd recoup about 7 or 8 million of that by selling him. And if it does work out and he's a decent centre-half, Endo would have a Japanese international teammate in the squad to help him settle and be happy here.
Yeah. Good point. What about you, Darryl?
Exactly what Lee said, really. Centre-back should have been top high priority, really. But as Lee just mentioned, that this guy from, is it Borussia Mönchengladbach, centre-back, Japanese?
Mm.
Yeah, he's being looked at. I saw that. He'd be a very good little tiny bit of business.
Yeah. Well, it was just like Enzo, but people were afraid. I even said, I'm being honest, that, who is this fella? A little. And what brought to mind, not being funny against Enzo, was Minamino. And Minamino didn't work out, albeit that he was scoring goals. But he
League
didn't.
Cup king.
Yeah, but he didn't fit into the
Yeah.
into the team. Strangely enough, he just didn't fit in for some reason. So they let him go, and this is what I was worrying about, whether it'll be the same for Enzo, because I've never heard of him. I don't follow Japanese football. I'm being honest. I haven't a clue about Japanese football, and I was worrying, but he's turned out to be very, very good. Very good. And as Charlie Wood says, I'll be going over to you, JK. Bellingham was coming for 6 months. He was coming for 18 months, according to some podcaster. I'm not mentioning his name. I won't mention these lads' names. And he was saying, believe you me, he's coming here, he's coming here, he's coming here. Like Shumani was coming here as well. But this lad was going on for 18 months. And someone said he's going to Real Madrid. He's going to Real Madrid, no matter what you're saying. And that lad who said that was me. And he has a little snipe at me. And I said, all right, we'll see. We'll see who he goes to or where he goes to. And I was absolutely right. Anyway, the cheating bar stewards at Royal FC and the Shabs are writing the Premier League rulebook over FFP. They're right, especially City. There's Everton being done, and they could get done again over there, something else, which is absolutely ridiculous. And they've been deducted points, and nothing at all has happened to City. And K-Max says, how can you have 115 charges under investigation and you don't think any are for bribes and unofficials? The last 8 seasons of all have massive errors or positive calls for City. LFC need to act now. And they should. They should. 115 charges. And as Steve Evans said, the cheats, he just doesn't hold back to Steve Evans, because I know Steve very, very well, mate of mine, and he just doesn't hold back on anything. I wish he wasn't working tonight, because he'd be on here saying it as it is. But that's a good point by K-Max. What do you think? I'll read this out again, JK. K-Max. How can you have 115 charges under investigation and you don't think any are for bribes on officials? The last 8 seasons have all had massive errors or positive calls for City. LFC need to act now. What's your take on that, JK? That's an excellent point, by the way.
It's like this: if politicians can be shady, what's going to stop these type of guys doing it? So there you go.
Yeah, And it's as simple as that, isn't it,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
What's your take on that, Darryl, on what K-Mac said?
To be honest with you, Frank, it's an absolute amazing comment by K-Mac. My point of view is if it was Man City 10 to 12 years ago, when they had no Dubai owners or no money, that would have been acted upon straight away. No doubt about it. And they'd have had no league titles, no Pep Guardiola. They'd have been charged for this by now.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. It's a joke.
Lee?
Yeah, it's a nonsense, isn't it? You know, there's been bribes going on with City, like behind the scenes, to get it put back. And the thing with UEFA was just really unseemly, wasn't it? Like, you know, the whole, we run out of time. It was like, it was nearly as bad as the excuse from the PGMOL about they didn't know that Diaz had been flagged offside. That's why they didn't give the goal. When the ref asked, was it onside or offside, they just said check complete because they thought he was onside and they hadn't noticed Diaz going.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You know, people say that we were robbed at Spurs. They say that. I don't. I say we were cheated. Big difference. There's a big difference by being robbed than being cheated. And that's what we were. We were cheated on that game. We should never have lost that. We should never have lost that game. We should never. With 9 men as well. And their goal was an own goal by Mata. Was an own goal as well to get that win in the last minute.
Curtis weren't sent off, should have been sent off either.
Yeah.
No, the whole day was a mess.
Jota wouldn't have been on the pitch if Thingy's goal was given Diaz. Jota wouldn't have come on as an offensive sub because we'd have been winning 1-0 at half time, not losing 1-0. So we wouldn't have needed to make an offensive sub if we were winning.
No. And Soulboy France says they said the other day that they have set a date for 115 club, but wouldn't say when. And that's the point. You know, so let's say we go through, I'm being hypothetical here, say we go through the season, right? So at the end of the season, and the last kick of the game, and we lose it by a point. And then the airing is like a couple of weeks after, you know, say like in June, whatever. And the hearings then about these. And they get deducted points for next season. Do you understand where I'm coming from with that? And that's only a hypothetical comment I'm using. And it's just, again, if that happens, hypothetically, if that happens, we'd be cheated again.
Yeah.
Again and again. And it's wrong. It's wrong.
Not just that point. The Odegaard handball, Dermot Gallagher said on Ref Watch after it, the couple of days after, he said the excuse he said was Odegaard was pulling his hand towards his body to make his thingy smaller. But Ref Gallagher said he was pulling his hand towards the ball, which means that can't be right. He said the easier decision was to give a penalty, but he didn't go for the easier decision. He went for the harder decision, which was to not give a penalty to the home side. And then a few days later, the away side, City, a few yards away at Goodison Park, as the away side, got the decision, a lesser decision for a penalty at 1-1.
See what I mean, Frank? All these...
Sorry,
Frank. I was just going to say, and then they come out with all this stuff saying, like, we're sorry for this. It doesn't matter about a sorry.
No.
Sorry's mean jack shit.
Yeah. No,
I've had enough of apologies. I've had enough of it.
Yeah. It's like being in school, you know, when you've done something wrong as a child and you say, sorry, miss, Sorry. And you don't mean it because you're a child and you're going to do it again anyway.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. But they are. Let's see what Steve says. Let's see this, Steve Evans. Imagine it was us getting the charges Everton got, Frank. They'd be all wetting themselves. The other Premier League clubs need to tell the PL to do one before the Oil FC's massive lawyer team tie everything up in knots forever.
Of course. They'll be tag teaming everyone together, all the clubs, get Liverpool done. Look at what's happened to Liverpool in the last few weeks. You're getting Arsenal fans, United, Chelsea, Man City, all tag teaming against Liverpool. You're not going to be doing nothing. And so they'll be doing that if we was in Everton's position. They'll be all going for us, 100%.
But Steve carries on by saying these footballing bodies are as corrupt to the very core. And as I said, he doesn't hold back to Steve Evans. Brian Edley, Paul Tierney will be called up for plenty of those charges. I've no doubt he has been under brown envelope. If they get away with all these, or a slap on the hands from me, let's be clear. The Super League, it's bigotry against the city as a whole, Everton and us. It's the city. It's the bloody city. Historically, as well, it doesn't have to be football. And as I said on the History Channel that time, why did we get our city status until 1880? 1880. And we had everything. We gave the world everything, from a passenger railway system to a dock system to a tunnel, the first tunnel that went underwater in the world. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We never got a city status. And there was more millionaires in the mid-19th century here in Liverpool than anywhere else. And we didn't get a city status. So it's been going on for a very, very, very long time. It's only what Steve Evans says there. And as he says as well, Fran, them Manx have told the PL when this case will be heard. All on their terms, bent as, and he doesn't finish his thing, but we know what he means. And Brian Edley says, I want my leagues of the corrupt Premier League, which we deserve. Some fans say they wouldn't take it. But come on, lads, cheating is cheating. They have done us out of 2 Premier League titles at least. He's right.
Yep.
I'll go to you, JK. Now, fans have said this, and I'll give you my opinion on it as well. Would you take, say, like they got points deducted, say, like they got 10 points the time that we came second, a point behind, and they were deducted 10 points then, they were deducted a further 10 points for that season. You know the way you can get sentenced, if you're a criminal, and they give you, one sentence to run concurrently or consecutively. What if they did that? Would you accept the title?
Tricky question. All in all, I think, because I think this situation has been going on for a long time now. And how long are they going to carry on? They're doing Everton and Forest in the last few weeks. So I'm thinking, why can't they get Man City done as well? And say Chelsea, for example. So I would prefer that they took the points off from this season.
Yeah.
Giving us them league titles, it just doesn't seem. It's fair that we get them, but it just doesn't. There'll be so many people moaning, you only got it because City did that, blah blah blah. So that's the only reason.
What about you? I was going to call you King Kong then. What about you, Darryl? Oh, bro. What about,
I just don't think it would suit well, like getting him now. It's already been and gone. It kind of feels like we can't celebrate it and stuff. And if we got given them, I'd rather them got the points taken off now and a lot of points and then chucked out of the league this year.
Yep.
holes and back there, was they?
They need to be chucked out the league, Frank. If they've got all them charges and Everton only been done for 1 or 2, that's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Kick them out the league. Kick them out of 2 leagues.
Yeah. What about you, Lee?
Yeah, City belong in the Vanarama League now, or whatever it's called. That one about, it's about 3 leagues down of the non-league Vanarama League. That sounds right to me.
Panorama.
Panorama League.
Panorama.
All right. So, but my point was, would you accept the titles, as Brian Edley said? No, it's no. I wouldn't. I'm being honest. I wouldn't accept them. And as Steve says, it's a good point actually. He says, strip them of their titles and make them null and void. No argument.
Yeah.
Excellent point.
That's fair.
That's an excellent point.
All of them, because even the ones they've won after 2018, they've won off the back of cheating. So strip them of everything they've won and lob them in the Vanarama League. We don't want any. Just Vanarama League, strip them, bye.
Well, that's what Soulboy France. That's what Soulboy France says. I think it's over 8 seasons, Frank. Go so straight into the Northern Premier League for me. Right. So I want to get back to Steve Evans. And Steve, as I said, he's a great supporter. Goes to game, does this, does that, goes everywhere with his lad Dylan. And he says, as far being linked with Guimaraes, not for me, not good enough to put the red shirt on. Rather get Barella or Kimmich. That's a very good point, actually. Go to you, JK. I wouldn't go for Guimaraes, I'm being honest. Who would you rather take? Say we have one player of what Steve Evans says. Who would you go for, Barella or Kimmich? So we have to
Out of the 3 there mentioned, I would say Kimmich, because of his experience, he's a winner. Guimaraes, what it is with him, he does things, I think, wow, top class. But then sometimes he just drifts out of games. And the price tag is nowhere near what they're saying he's worth. No. For me, I'm not even 60. He's a £60 million player. I would say he's nowhere near 80, 90, what they're saying, you know.
No.
He's good. But Barella also, it's been
But
a long time
since then.
anyway. Yeah. Guimaraes. Someone was saying, you can pay it in 3 installments every year, 30 million odd. And I'm thinking that's not going to happen. So, but at the 3, I'll take Kimmich, I would say. Yeah,
I'm with you 110%. I'm with you on Kimmich. I've always liked Kimmich. I think he's a great player. I really do. I know he's, how old is he? 27.
28.
And it's not in our profile, is it? Yeah, what do you say, Lee? You know, who would you rather have? All right, say that out of the 3 of them, that's Steve Evans says. You know, we're being linked with this Guimaraes. Would you go along with Barella and Kimmich? What do you say?
I'd go for Guimaraes out them 3 just because he's already in the Prem.
Okay. Okay. So you'd go for who? Guimaraes. Okay. I'd like that in Cappy as well. I think he's a very good player. And
I'll go Kimmich.
And that's What about you? I just want the lads to comment because Brian Headley says, he agrees like with Steve Evans about stripping them of the title. Just strip them and call those seasons null and void, and it's as simple as that. And he says, yeah, that would probably be better, Steve. Brian Headley responded to Steve Evans there. And look, remember this morning when we were someone came on about football, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And there's someone coming on about what we were talking about this morning. Steve Evans.
Is that me?
Don't forget, lads, to watch The Kitchen.
The Kitchen.
Tomorrow.
Was that me earlier, Frank?
Oh, no. Yeah. KKK. Anyway, is that the ones you have posted, mate? What's that? Posted what? John and James came down to see me before. They brought me 2 pictures, 2 prints of Liverpool, not the city, the city during the latter part of the 19th century, and it's a fantastic picture. Great print, love it. I'll show it on the show on Monday, next Monday. Put the cheating. Oh, come on, say I can't read out these words. East Didsbury League. Put the cheaters in the East Didsbury League. Greater Manchester, of course. Just throw them out. And Soulboy France says, yeah, in Greece State, Guimaraes is too slow and lazy. I'd go along with that. Would you go along with that, Darryl?
Well, you know who I'd rather have. I've said it millions of times. Pellegrini would be my fit, but Guimaraes, I'm not keen on. He tends to foul a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
As I noticed in games, and as JK said, he does drift out of games so many times.
Yeah.
I'm not into him. I'd rather have him than Barella or whoever that other one was. But I'd rather have, if we had someone, I'd rather have Kone because he's cheaper and young.
Yeah, Kone or Thuram, definitely.
But Kimmich, Kimmich plays for Bayern. I believe me, he's great, He really
Kimmich is brilliant.
Bit old.
Yeah.
I know.
He'd slot straight in, yeah.
I know that. But, that's just saying. But then again, if we got Andre in, he'd fit the bill. And why
he's just agreed to go to Fulham.
You've said that all along, haven't you? You've said that.
No, yeah, he's literally Fulham have agreed £35 million deal tonight for Andre. Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
No.
Absolutely. And as Steve Evans says, buy a right back, maybe. 8 Nori from Wolves and put Trent in mid.
Yeah.
He's
good, Nori.
Left back.
He's a left back.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
Good player.
He's good. He is good.
Yeah. I was just going to say, what do you take of him, JK?
No, he's a good little player for Wolves. Seen him a few times. He likes to attack. Yeah, so I don't know. But I think that his price tag is going to be about 50. When you think we paid 7 or 8 million for Robertson, and I don't know how much did we pay for Simicast? 13 million or something?
Yeah, something mad like that. Yeah.
So then you go spend 50 on Nori. I can't really see that sort of thing happening.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
He's very quick player.
Hey, guess what? I was just talking to Hannibal Medjberry's brother on a live stream. Sky Sports have a live stream for transfers.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Hannibal Medjberry's brother on the live stream. He was saying Medjberry's gone to Sevilla, and I was saying, he's got potential in. And he said, oh, he's some brother and some player. And I thought he meant he was saying he's a brother because he's a Muslim. And then he said, no, he's actually my brother. And I said, oh, right, he's a good player then. I hope he does well at Sevilla. And I said, I hope Tunisia do well. I was talking to him for a while. I said to him, Sevilla will be much better than Manchester. It's more like Tunisia, the weather, because Sevilla is right down the south of Spain, the bottom of Spain. And he said, yeah. He said, my brother will enjoy it there. He'll do well, etc.
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter.
He's called Maxime, the brother. His name was Maxime. I don't know if that's his real name. That was his username, Maxime.
So you thought that, all Muslims call each other brother?
Well, yeah, I thought he was referring to him as brother, as in a Muslim brother, but it was his brother. Unless he was lying, but I doubt it. I doubt he claimed to be his brother, but he wasn't.
No. And that's Steve Evans. I don't rate Gallagher either. And he says, is he left back? Yeah, upgrades on Costas. I like Costas. What about you, lad? I like him.
I like him. He's got attitude. That's what I like about him. He's got a bit of attitude.
He's a great crosser of a ball. And he did have one bad game and everyone was on his back. And once the next game came along, he hasn't looked back until his bloody injury.
Yeah.
He's better than Robbo. He's a better
crosser than Robbo.
Yeah.
I'm worrying about Robbo, though, because when he comes back, even Costas, I've got to be honest, because a broken collarbone is awful. I remember falling off my bike when I was about 15, 16, and I went over the handlebars and I banged on I don't know what I banged it on. It was like one of those fences things, and I banged it. Didn't break it or anything, bruised. But it was for months. It was in a terrible state. Couldn't hardly move. And so he's broke his. I know that the technology today and physios and whatever, they get the best medical treatment, but it's still painful. And a dislocated shoulder as well, because Robertson was really bad. But I know he's back in training. But I don't know. And Brian Edley says Bradley is good enough now. No need for a new right back. I think he's right there. Conor Bradley. I think he's a great lad. We've got Quansah as well, remember? Centre back. But I still think we need a left-sided centre back. And a DM, especially a DM.
Ignacio.
Yeah. I'd definitely go for him. Charlie Woods, if they gave us the titles, we would have to accept them. Remember the lockdown when almost every club wanted the league null and void? We were something like 22 points ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good point, and he's right. It's not like the point he's making there was everyone. Even some Evertonians were saying, stop it now, stop the league, this COVID's no good. And because they knew that we were going to win the league. And they wanted it stopped. But it wasn't just the blue lads. It was everyone.
Callum Brady.
So we couldn't celebrate it, could we?
No.
In the proper way. And this is why I want us to do well. This is why I want us not to slip up. This is why I want us now to go out and get a couple in. Just get a couple of players in, just in case. And I think if Egypt get beat, I think they're playing tonight. If they get beat, Mo will be home on Friday. Or at the weekend.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I
know. Go ahead.
I think we deserve to win the league before anything happens to City. If anything happens to City, I believe we deserve to win the league before that happens to City in their last season. Say with Pep, say something happens to them and he leaves. I think we deserve to win the league this season because of the season like where we didn't, because of say Rodri's handball and all the close shaves we've had while they've been cheating and we've been had off. We deserve to win it up against them this season, and then next season, whether they do or don't get punished, we'll see.
Well, look at that one, boys. I'm not. I'll let you read that out, Lee. I'm not reading
Brilliant.
it out.
Mo's gone off with a hamstring injury, I believe, Frank. Brilliant. That could be 3 months then. Our injury look is still brilliant.
We can't just rely on Jota. If that's true, we've got to buy someone before the end of the window.
Let's hope if it is one, it's a Miles one, and let's hope that it isn't really one. It just looks like one, but isn't.
What did we say the other day, Frank? Mo never gets injured. I said, didn't I? I jinxed that, didn't I?
No, we've said it all along anyway. I've said it on many occasions. He never gets in. He's the fittest man, I think, in your Wales football, because he never gets injured, ever. No solid. But if that's true,
Real striker.
I was just watching today on YouTube, Peter Drury, his commentaries on Liverpool games, and all the games Mo Salah plays in.
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic. You know the goals that he scored. Absolutely amazing player, an amazing player.
I've just got a text from George Scott. It says Mo Salah is a malingerer.
Who said that?
George Scott. Says
Oh,
Mo Salah is a malingerer.
I was joking. That was Chris Law. That shankly says, he never missed a game in about 10 years or something, whatever. And he came in limping, and he went to Bob Paisley. Look at Chris. He's a malingerer, Bob. He's a malingerer.
That was a good accent, that, Frank.
Oh, thanks. Other than the Australian guy there, Mrs. Jesse. Anyway, I hope that's not true, Sony.
Please let it not be true.
Yeah. And Steve Evans said to you, are you sure it wasn't Babe Station you were on, Lee, with Maxine? Babe Station. Is that still going, that Babe Station?
God knows.
No one,
so.
not one of you should admit it. Not one of you should admit it.
I think it is.
You think it is? I think I'll have a look tonight to make sure.
10 o'clock normally.
I think I'll
10-minute preview on Babe Station, Frank.
I'll have a go with that to make sure, just to make sure that
6:01.
Charlie Wood says Costas is a great player. Another one came under the radar, and he did. I like him. I think he's good cover for Robbo. And when he came, I said to Francine, my daughter, I said he's a better crosser because he was getting the ball over. Robertson always seemed to hit the first man for ages. Always. Oh, yeah, when Shankly said, it was a two. That's not your legs, son. It's a Liverpool's leg. It's a Liverpool's leg.
One of my favourites was Tommy Lawrence. Sorry, boss, I should have kept my legs shut. Not you, son, your mother. It's a bit vulgar, but it's brilliant, isn't it? A bit vulgar and crude, but it's brilliant.
Yeah.
You could just see Shankly coming up with something like that.
That too, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, that was a cracker. Mamadou Sanko, young Swedish talent, looks great. Like a Mane meets Salah prototype. LFC bound, but Barca are trying to steal him away, says Mark Simons. Do you know where Mark Simons, do you know where he resides, by the way, Mark? And he tunes into everything that we do. He tunes into the history. He tunes, the history show that I do. And this podcast, as you know, and even the film on this morning. Do you know where he's? Do you know where he lives? Gibraltar. So what he's saying there could be true. Could be true about this Mamadou Sonko.
As long as he's better than Mamadou Sakho, I'll be happy.
Oh, so would I. Absolutely, so would I. What about you, JK?
Yep.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that comment I've just read out, JK?
Okay.
I'll read it out again. It's from Mark Simons, who actually lives in Gibraltar, and he says, "Mamadou Sonko, young Swedish talent, looks great, like a Mane meets Salah prototype. LFC bound." This is what he's saying. He's LFC bound, but Barca are trying to steal him away. Have you never heard of this?
No, I never really heard of him, actually.
No.
So I can't really say, he's good or not. But if we're looking at him and Barca are looking at him, he must have something.
Yeah, he must have. Must have something, because, as I said, he lives in Gibraltar. He's not living over there, if you know what I mean. Mark, reading some of the garbage that we get fed, and he's saying this, so he reads Spanish papers, Spanish newspapers.
Not like Sakho.
Yeah.
Do you know who he plays for, this Sonko, Frank? If you don't, ask Mark.
Mark, say that again. You say that again.
Ask Mark who this Mamadou Sonko plays for, or do you know, Frank?
I haven't a clue. I've never heard of him.
No, neither have I, no.
Never heard of him, so I
think he plays in Swedish League. I think he plays in Helsingborg or someone.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what he said, Yeah. That's what he says. Mamadou Sonko, young Swedish talent.
Helsingborg's quite a decent Swedish team. Yeah, it's one of the better Swedish teams. Yeah.
Yeah. And not reading that. I'll stay. There's nothing going on about there. Anyway,
read it.
I'm digressing away from what Evans is saying. Anyway, Soulboy France says Alvaro Smith concussion. Tell him this is true what Soulboy said. What he's saying there, and it was Shanks, and Bob Paisley came off, and he said he's got concussion. He said, "Where am I?" And Bob. Shank said to him, "Get on there, Bob, and tell him he's Pele," because he didn't know where he was on him.
Frank, you're not doing your Scottish accent anymore. Get out, son.
Tell him he's Pele. Tell him he's Pele, Bob. Tell him he's Pele.
I don't know if you like a laugh, go on YouTube and search for Pele's erectile dysfunction advert from I think it's from the 90s. It's quite funny. Pele does an erectile dysfunction pill advert, and it's quite funny.
Yeah.
Because Pele's voice always made me laugh, and he does an advert for erectile dysfunction, and he goes,
"Oh, all right,
Pele goes, this problem does not need to bother you anymore."
This is going because Steve Evans is saying next time you do a film and TV show, Frank, we want a Babe Station review. Ah, jeez.
Please laugh.
You all trying to tell me something. Let's get back to football, please. Let's get back to football. But I guess that's the Evans, that. I'm going to ban him.
Yeah,
I'm going to ban him. Ban Evo.
Sonko.
Yeah.
That Sonko lad plays for Haken in Sweden. Haken. I think they're in the Europa Conference League, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, BK Hacken.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So he's 18. He's a left winger.
Oh.
So he might be not that expensive. So.
Oh, that's for Salah already, is it? They knew.
Nah, he's left, so it'll be for Diaz, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. I hope Diaz ain't going to Barca.
Charlie Wood says erectile dysfunction. What position does he play?
He's a left-sided centre back. He's a left-sided centre back.
He's a left-sided.
He's versatile.
Steve Evans says up front. Oh, yeah,
Steve, we've got bad tummies now.
What? What?
Oh.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
This is a good stream.
Inside left says, I know Eminem X. I know Eminem X. He's Jay. Great lad. Great red. Big red. Good footballer as well, by the way. This is it's going worse. Evans is going, I've got one. Right through the middle, says Brian Edley. And Lee Wizkid says, did he get pulled off or out? I've had enough of it. This is awful, this.
Right, predictions.
He's the GM, yeah, he protects the back foot. Look,
I'll tell you what, Frank. I wish I never started that blue pill thing off.
No,
I wish I never started it.
No. Oh, this is absolutely. And Valley's made up with it all. Look, she's made up. She's laughing at what the rich kid says, and Steve says he's a good yank. Oh, this is all. This is awful. Listen, I'm not doing anymore.
Oh, the advert was said funny. Poor old Pele. He goes, "You do not have to suffer from this problem anymore. If you find it hard as you get older as a man."
Yeah, lads.
Stiff competition.
It's horrible, isn't it? And thank you, Mark. You know, the only fellow who's got any moral thoughts. Ghana beating Egypt 1-0 at 45 minutes. Get home, Mo. That's what he's saying.
You know,
I just hope he's home. I just hope he gets back to our physio.
he's got a lovely haircut now, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nose hair.
Yeah, but I'd rather him come back happy, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like, you know, even if he does take a few more weeks and wins it, fair play, man. I'd rather that than him coming back sulking. You know what? We got battered in. Like, we're going to lose today, maybe against Ghana. I think they drew the first game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Though,
So
Jay? Last time he got to the final and lost, and he come back devastated, and he didn't get over it. He wasn't the same for ages. I think he might rather he went out earlier and just come back, because he went to the
Sadio
final.
Mane, didn't he?
It was, and I think you've hit the nail on the head there, JK, because it was Mane, you know, like getting beat by his teammate.
Yeah.
And that's how he was soaking. He just couldn't get over it.
And he scored the winning penalty.
Yeah.
Mane.
He did, yeah. He did put them out. Don't forget that Mo is like a god in Egypt. And he carries that team. He carries that team, Mo. And they could turn against him, you know. You know, the fans, they could turn against him. Just like
he got a load of stick in Senegal, didn't he? In Senegal's national stadium.
Some fans turned on Mo Salah this season. Remember when I said a couple of weeks ago that one podcaster wanted to sell him in this window.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he doesn't get sold in this window, sell him in the summer.
Oh, I didn't mean from Egypt fans. I meant from Senegal fans. The Senegal fans giving loads of stick, and Mo has a cob on at what they said to him. You know, the nature of what they said at him. Like, I don't know what Senegalese would say to Egyptians, like, but it wasn't nice.
No.
Did you hear about Jordan Henderson?
Go ahead.
Yeah, gone to Ajax.
He hasn't been paid a penny since he went to Saudi Arabia.
Go away.
Not a penny.
That's shocking, that.
Yeah. So Mo Salah's not going to go there, is he?
No.
Mo Salah's not going there.
No. Mo Salah's going nowhere. He's going to sign a new contract.
Yeah, that Saudi league, everyone wants to get out there now.
Yeah. So they haven't been paid. It could have been a big con. Oh, you'd have to play the full season before you got paid.
Well, good luck to him at Ajax.
Yeah, I think he wasn't allowed back in the UK without paying 3 million, because I think you have to stay over for 12 months or so to be allowed to come in. And I think I always said with the Saudi league, it's like with any league, the American one in the earlier days and the Chinese one, is that you've got to look at the few years that they do their transfers and it looks all good, and see how quick it takes the players want to leave and come back to Europe and play. So, and I think that's slowly happening with the Saudi league.
Well, there's Steve Evans says Henderson deferred his wages because he knew he'd end up getting hammered by the tax man big time. So he deferred his wages. He could put them on ice, as we say. You know, he could already be in a bank for when he retires in a season or two, couple of years. It's safe there. unless the country gets sanctions and the Americans will snatch it off them like they're trying to do with Russia, with their frozen assets.
Well, Stephen Gerrard's obviously getting paid because he just signed a new 2-year deal with him today.
Okay.
And Charlie actually says they're after Matip and Gomez now. Well, he can have Matip.
He can have Matip.
Yeah, he can have
Gomez, man.
I think the likes of Joe has been playing out of his skin.
Mm.
What do you think, lads?
Yep.
Yeah, can't sell much. Can't sell Gomez.
No.
And Klopp wants a new contract for Joel.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah,
Does he?
and that's absolutely ridiculous because he's 30 odd. He's 30 odd.
33.
He's 33 before next season starts. So's Virgil.
Yeah, for me, Matty, fair play to the lad. He's come in, he came on a free. He's put a shift in, but I've seen a few mistakes this season. He's also played well at the same time, don't get me wrong, but them mistakes cost us a few points. So I think Matty, to keep him another season, it's not really a good look, especially when you got Kwanzaa coming through, Kanate's there, Virgil's there, but could that be a reason why we don't sign a centre back now or in the summer? You got to look at that as well.
Sure.
The moves the owners would do. Keep Matty. We don't have to buy no one.
Matip and Thiago are pack their bags now.
Yeah. The Saudi League says Solboy, Henderson played in front of 600 and 700 and one game attracted 140 points.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
I gave a speech. I think it was 920 or something like that. A talk about Liverpool, and that's more than the ground that he plays on with 700, 6 and 700. That's shocking, man. That's shocking. But he made a big mistake. He should have stayed here. He should have. He was told that he wouldn't be getting game time, all the time. But I'll go to you. I'll go to you, JK. Are you glad? Yeah. Let's just before I ask you this. Steve Evans says Thiago has been paid over £7 million while having this latest injury. Think about that, boys.
Yeah.
7 million in wages. 7
but
million. Not playing. And some jokes say, I'll keep him around the ground because he's good for kids. No. Just get rid of him. Let's bring in someone. And anyway,
but that's what's
Go on.
I was just going to say that the owners, they're not going to do nothing with that 7 million that they would have saved on Thiago by letting him go. Would they have gave him to someone else? They wouldn't have. They would have just kept it for themselves. So I think with the other teams, say Chelsea, for example, for them, be like, let's save money on this guy by shipping him off, save his wages, let's get a new guy in. Where we will ship him off and keep the money.
Yes.
So I'll have Thiago there. Yeah,
it's a
I think
no-brainer.
anyway.
Yeah, no, you're right, JK. It's a no-brainer. It really is a no-brainer. And Mark Simons has given us an update. Mo's gone off injured. He's gone off, but he's saying, I hope he's okay. So we'll be home, lads, at the weekend. He'll come straight back because Brian Edley, I know he said, get back to Liverpool as soon as possible. That's what he said.
Because there's no way they're qualifying without Salah. No way.
Yeah, no way.
Now, here's my question, and it's more or less simple. It's like this one. It's from Brian Edley. The relationship must have broken down between Enzo and Klopp, but I think we could have done with Enzo back on the bench until the end of season. What do you think, lads? Just to help Dom and McAllister. over the line if needed. What do you think?
No.
Well, the amount of fans I've seen ever since the Hendos left us and around the time before he left, actually talking disrespectfully towards him. I'm thinking this guy, right? He's came in to replace Steven Gerrard. You got to say he put a shift in. You know,
Yes.
he wasn't no Ronaldinho, he wasn't no Coutinho, but he put a shift in, and I believe he earned the money that he got from Liverpool. And the thing was, I think some fans were upset that he wanted a higher contract. And I'm saying going with the Thiago thingy, it doesn't matter if our owners give our players extra money, because our players are actually, when you look at other teams' wages, our players are not on top back. When you look at Man United's wages and you look at ours, there's a big difference there. So massive. So for me,
I just think the way he left, JK.
Say again, bro.
I just think the way Henderson left, the crappy little recorded video he did, he never thanked Jurgen Klopp. He didn't mention one time about Klopp or nothing. I just think he completely disrespected himself at Liverpool in the end.
I think he was put in a situation and just chucked in front of the camera. You know, he's like, do you believe that players look at social media? The amount of Liverpool fans over the years have always given him hassle online, saying, "Oh, Henderson, this, that, and the other." But he must have felt, you know what, it's the time to go. Maybe Klopp, the energy's changed between him and Klopp in training and stuff like that. So we don't know the full story, but I just see the level of disrespect going towards Henderson. I just can't really understand it, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Because he was actually good for us and he never disrespected the badge while he was captain for us.
No, I think he's getting disrespected more because of the LGBT thing. The whole thing that he was supposedly meant to have stood up for, and he went to a country that was completely against it. That was the main thing, I think.
Yeah, but as captain... Oh, okay.
No, you're spot on there, and it's Soulboy just sums everything up. But I want Lee's take on that, what the boys have been saying, Lee, about Henderson. Because he didn't disrespect the badge, not once.
No.
Not once, even when he wasn't captain.
Yeah.
And when he became captain, you know, he did. But I'm going to say that with a lot of players. Virgil van Dijk, you know, Mo Salah, you know, they respect the badge, they respect the bird, if you know what I mean. Everybody. But anyway, as Soulboy France says, no, he made his bed, no going back. Simple as that. What's your take, Lee?
My honest opinion on Henderson is he was great for the club. He's a smashing lad, and he was a great captain. He'd done his best. He tried really hard, give 100% all the time. He was ill-advised to do that after he did all that stuff. It's not just the LGBTQ stuff. He did other stuff as well, and then he went and played there. So it was ill-advised. He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, the brightest bulb, but, you know, most footballers aren't. They're not aware of world issues and what's going on in any country. Most footballers, a lot of them are quite basic people, like, you know, that don't know a lot about history or world events and or what's going on in the world currently. It's not their thing. So, and he's been hoisted by his own petard. He did all this himself and went out there going, yeah, this and that. And then he's gone to a country where a lot of things, you know, that he's for are just not there. And I don't just mean...
The thing is, he must go to Dubai. He must go to...
that there just aren't happening.
he must go to Dubai a lot.
He's made himself look a mug. I just think in a year or so he'll come back to his prime.
I'm giving up.
Fine.
Oh, blimey. Anyway, it's like going on. You know what, though, JK, honestly? It's like going on holiday, right? And I think he's gone to it. I think he goes to Dubai. And lots of footballers go to Dubai, you know, for a break, couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks there. And I think he's gone, this is going to be like Dubai or whatever, you know, if we go out there. And the money lured him. The money lured him. And as Soulboy said, Klopp wanted him to stay and fight for his place. And Steve Evans, bigger and better players than Enzo have left the club and grass wasn't greener. Thanks for what he did. Move on. You know right? What? You know right?
Sorry, I can't stop laughing when you went, for Christ's sake, me.
It just goes on.
Yeah, Enzo the 2-watt bulb. Enzo the 2-watt bulb.
Oh, he's gone again.
Oh, he's gone. Look.
He's got to go get Endo.
Nobody bloody well drinks. Henderson was coming to the end of his career. He would have warmed the bench if he had stayed. He knows that. Well, he knew that, Charlie. He did know that. And Klopp said to him, you know. But I said he should have got rid of Milner 3 years ago. I'm not being funny when I say that. I said like 3 years ago, I said, get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring someone younger, someone young instead of him. Anyway, you know, because he started to not start games and not finish games, if you know what I mean. You know, if he started the game, he never finished the game. He was always dragged up. Whereas we needed players to play that 90 minutes. And I said, get rid of him. I said, get rid of Henderson as well. Make Virgil captain. That's what I said. And I always said about making Trent vice captain. Because one day he'll become captain of Liverpool Football Club, his beloved club. The club that he supported all his life from a little child, you know, from the academy. But anyway, that's what I said. That was 3 years ago. 2 years ago, I said, bring in 2 midfielders. That's why we had a bad season last season. And, you know, from what we were having. And that's what I've said. I've said it all along. Anyway, so if... Yeah, let's see. I'm glad Lee's not got a podcast. He'd be in the bog all the time, say Soulboy Frank.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I get told off when I have to make a cup of tea. That's what I just get told off for that, you know. What are you getting up for? Especially my daughter, you know, she says, what's he get up? Why don't you make a cup of tea before you go on? I said, I can't, because by the time I go out to make a cup of tea, it'll be freezing. Anyway, Mark says Enzo was unhappy because it was affecting his England's opportunities. Would you go along with that, JK? Because I do. I go along with that. But I'm sorry. Suppose if a Premier club came in for them, rather than the Saudis, and it's only what Mark's saying about the opportunities, you know, his England's opportunities, and if he's not playing for his club, surely he won't be playing for England now. Do you reckon that they're not England's opportunities and for him to play more regular football? Do you think he would have gone if someone came in for him in the Premiership, in the Premier League? If another Prem club came in for him, do you think he would have gone there? JK?
I think because he was the captain of Liverpool, he couldn't stay. He couldn't go to no one. He couldn't go to Chelsea. He couldn't go to say Spurs or someone like this. Newcastle. He wouldn't go Newcastle because of Sunderland, but to another team in the Premier League because he had so much respect being captain of Liverpool. That's why he didn't go to the Premier League to anyone else. He could have gone anywhere else. I think a few guys would have took Henderson, no doubt, because of his experience and stuff. But I just think the whole of the Henderson saga has been blown up to a level where it doesn't really make no difference, man. The guy's 33 and he's thinking, I'm going to retire 10 years from, 5 years from 33, 38, he won't be able to run around no more. So he's thinking, how can I earn some more money? And Liverpool are not showing the love that I had when I was captain to keep me. So what's my next option? And his option was to go Saudi, and he's realised there he isn't going to be playing now. And he hasn't been playing, or I'm not really sure, but he wants to play in the Euros in Germany in the summer. So that's why he's taken the Ajax move, and he's saving money not coming back to England because he hasn't been out for 12 months. So all in all, I'm happy if Henderson's playing football still. You know, I don't really mind who for long. He's not playing for no other England team, so it's all good.
Well, I reckon that, the teams that you mentioned, none of them would have gone after him. But the lower, say the likes of Luton, for example, the likes of Burnley, the likes of those teams, he could have done well for. I think they could have gone after, they would have gone after him. But the point is, would he have gone there? And I don't think he would, because that's taken a massive step down from Liverpool. And Tony's coming up with another one. Someone's just said, make sure you get your payments up front to Endo after he posted on Twitter about his move to Ajax. Says Tony. And Mark Simon says Egypt's just scored. But then again, I think he needs it to win.
Yeah, 2 draws are enough.
No, just 2 points here. No,
how old was Henderson when he joined us? I've forgotten.
22, 21, 22.
I remember this like it was yesterday, like it was this morning. Never forget it. We played a friendly against West Ham, and West Ham battered us. And it was on LFC TV. And Claire Rourke, I know Claire, she used to interview me. And Claire Rourke was interviewing a couple of players, and one of them was Henderson. It was his first game for Liverpool pre-season. And she said to him, well, what do you think, 3-0 defeat in the pre-season? And he said, oh, I'm not worried about that. It's only, a pre-season. And from then on, I went like that. Every game, fella. Every single game is important to Liverpool. Every game. Whether it's a friendly or whether it's in the Champions League. Every single game. And, it was like, and he was drinking his Lucas said, I'm not worried about that. You should worry. And I thought there was something. And Ghana's just scored.
Yay!
Get on to this. Mark says, Ghana the garbage. And then he goes, and they just scored. That's it sounds low, that, isn't it, really? It's
most of the name.
Yeah.
No, I forgot how old Henderson was when he joined us, because there was a programme on LFC TV about when he joined us, and they asked him what made you want to join Liverpool, and he said he read a book, about that made him want to join Liverpool, and he said it was just before he joined Liverpool, about 6 months, and it made him want to join Liverpool.
Well, he was nearly transferred to Fulham, wasn't he?
Yeah, Roy Hodgson wanted to get rid of him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what the book was he read just before he joined Liverpool when he was 21? It was Mr. Rush by Roger Hargreaves. It's one of the Mr. Men books.
Oh.
He also read Mr. Tickle and Mr. Strong. He said he made a big impact on his life.
That's why he's so dopey.
I thought you meant Mr. Rush.
About Ian Rush.
Yeah, that's what I
thought you were going to say you read my book.
I love Mr. Rush. That was a great book.
He wants to come to Liverpool. Is that Frank's book? Yeah, look. Brian says, he's coming home, he's coming home. Super Mo is coming home. And Mark says, Lee is hilarious. Oh, Lee is hilarious.
I do try.
Norman says, hi Valley, I have karate training on Thursdays at 8 till 9. So listen, Lee, if you don't behave yourself, I'm going to get Norman over to you to give you a few lessons how to play. Can you see me? I seem to have gone off.
Everything's cool.
Yeah.
Did I go off then?
I
said, oh.
I sound like my balls still ain't dropped. Frank, you still there?
Everything was going funny then. Are you all right there? Can you see me and hear me? All right?
Yeah,
we can see you. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good. Soulboy France says, anyone seen Batatich or Thiago? No. No. It's absolutely. Yeah. Here's a question for you, lads. I'll go straight to you, Lee. Go straight to you. Would you get rid of or give him a new contract where Klopp, I think, wants to give him one? Thiago.
Oh, never in a million years. Surely Klopp doesn't want to give him one. That must be a joke if someone's saying that. Because Klopp knows he's not going to play if he stays. I mean, he can't even play now and hasn't played in like a year. He's not played in a year. What would be the point in giving him a new contract on them wages? I don't think Klopp wants to give him one. Somebody's saying that as a bit of a wind-up, aren't they? There's no way Klopp wants to give him a new contract with his fitness record.
Yeah. It's like the Navy Kaiser, isn't it? It's like his sort of record. It's like his sort of record, which is... and as Norman says, Lee is a brilliant yeah, you're getting all this praise here. Contributor to this great show. Thank you, Norman. Thank you.
Hey, I stopped picking up Lee because he'll get a bit of the old Palais going on.
I
Yeah.
thought you said Palais at first. Palais, I don't know.
Look, Egypt scored 2-2 now. And Charlie says, Frank shut his eyes and couldn't see anything. And about the actual contract, the new contract. But if you think about it, he definitely wants to give one to Joel Matip.
I can see that because Matip isn't on ridiculous wages. Even though I wouldn't give Matip a new contract based on his age and fitness.
Just get rid of him. He's had two decent seasons. That was last season before. But also, because he was always out with injuries, if you ever remember.
He's had 7 good seasons, Frank. He's had 7 good seasons. He's been a great servant. Time to go. Bring some young, fresh blood in there.
Frank, if I speak quickly, can I ask you, what do you think of what I said before? Itakura, £12 million. If he doesn't fit, sell him, and we can get the lion's share of the 12 million back, say 7 or 8 million, by selling him after the season. And if he does work, he's a mate for Endo.
Well, is this Thiago you're talking about?
No, Itakura, the Japanese centre-half from Mönchengladbach, 12 million he's available for in our money.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd rather have that Nkapi. I'd rather have Andre. You know, listen, you know, I don't want any projects. And if they don't work, I'd rather have someone with sustainability, to be honest. You know, who we know that will do well.
If we only lost 4 million, would it be that big a gamble?
No, I understand that. But I'm sick what Darryl said, that Andre's going, you know, tonight to Fulham. I'd have loved that lad here.
Yeah.
All you can do is spend £60 million on Inacio. Pay £60 million. Get him.
Yeah, bring him in. He is. He's brilliant, that lad. Inacio. Anyway. Yeah, Charlie Wood says they are talking about selling Thiago and using the money to buy Mbappe's left bootleg. I think you're right there, Charlie. I think, honestly. What would you do with both Thiago? Batatic is injury prone. He's a young lad and he's injury prone now. There's no getting away from that. And I'm not having any of that nonsense about growing their bones and all that. I'm not having that nonsense.
That's bullshit.
I'm really not. Because once you start getting injured, it just carries on. You've only got to look at Naby, you know, Keita. You've only got to look at him. He was never out of the physio room, him. And a few others as well, by the way. And anyway,
yeah. For me, Thiago and Matip in the summer, move them on. Unless Thiago can get a coaching job with us, I wouldn't mind him as a coach at Liverpool. So, but for me, seriously though, Matip, thanks for everything he's done and everything, but he should be definitely moved on as well. And I think there's 1 or 2 other, maybe few players might be able to get moved on as well. I'm not sure, but because a lot of youth players are coming in now, you know, into the team as well. So that's why I was saying this January transfer window is not going to be a busy one for us, because a lot of youth players are in the squad now. A lot of youth loan players have come back. So,
yeah. Do you know what I reckon, JK? I reckon the boy back from Hull. What's his name?
Carlyle.
No, the other one is at Hull, centre mid.
Oh, Morton.
Yeah, he'll come back in the summer. And I personally think you're going to see Sepp Vandenberg come back, because he's having a hell of a season in Mainz.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well.
He's tearing up there.
Yeah.
So we may not sign a centre back, because I think he might come in.
Do you reckon he'd be good enough to do that? Like
what I've seen of him, and he was superb against Bayern Munich. He looks the real deal.
Well, Steve Evans says Danny Murphy thinks Phillips from Manchester City would be a good signing for us.
No, thank
But he
you.
says, jog on, lad. You know, these Pratt Phillips.
By the
No,
way,
no,
that Japanese centre half, sorry, Frank, that Japanese centre half can play Endo's position too. He can play defensive midfield, Koitakura, and he's 12 million and our money's 16 million euros. And like I said, if it doesn't work out, we could probably get most of the money back. If it doesn't work out, then we'd only lose about 4 million. The only reason I mention him is it's obvious we're not going to buy Inacio in January or Hincapi. So I was thinking maybe we'd spend 12 million.
If we
Yeah, but he can't be that good. He can't be that good because Bruce and Gladbach would be getting rid of him.
Well, Endo is End. What do you think of Endo? He only cost the same.
Yeah.
But Endo you knew of, and Endo played for a good German side in Stuttgart, and he was a great DM. But I've never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Well, Borussia Mönchengladbach are a much better team than Stuttgart, mate. They were in the Champions League, weren't they? And Stuttgart aren't.
But, you know, if he was that good, Lee, they'd ask for a lot more than, you know, that 12 million or whatever. We can't afford to do, honestly, we can't afford to do. Let's just buy a top-notch player. Let's just get an Inacio in. Just pay the money. Bang, he's in, he's there, I don't know. I'm fed up with these bloody owners of the
It's FSG, George. Cheapskates.
I like to see him on myself, what I've seen.
Yeah, he's good. He's good, Lee. Good trainer.
Diamande. Yeah. The only thing with Batatic, Frank, is didn't Stevie G have the same thing? Yeah, but Batatic, let's be honest, has been out since last season with these growing pains. Or growing whatever it is.
What was his initial injury, Bacitic's? What was his initial injury? Because I know Thiago's was his hip. But...
It was his groin. It was his groin originally.
Oh, okay.
So he had a groin injury. But even so, growing pains shouldn't put you out of football for that long.
No.
Surely.
Certainly not. And if anything's wrong with the groin, that's bad, though. You won't be able to go at full pelt.
No.
I've got nothing against Batatic for his, his quality, but it's no use relying on it. He's only a young kid, and it's no use relying on a player that keeps getting injured. Look what happened tonight. I keep going back to Keita. We were all moaning every season. We were moaning about him. Same way, don't we just get rid of him? Why keep hold of him?
We spent 53 million.
Well, we spent big money on him. The whole project, wages, fee, everything.
Yeah. You're looking at about 100 million in total.
Yeah, about that. I think that's out of all the Klopp signings, he has to be the worst. And Klopp gets it right normally with signings. And I think Keita was the one that let him down.
Okay. Well, as Steve says, Inacio or Diamande.
Yeah, it's got to be one of them too.
Yeah, it has to be. Got to be. And I never seen a defender in Van der Beek at all. When he started, he was brutal to say the least. But maybe he has changed.
He has, Brian. Watch him. He's playing well.
Yeah, but why didn't we bring him back instead of that Reece? He's awful.
He's a portfolio now.
Awful.
And that Phillips. Get rid of him.
Yeah. Well, Reece Williams hasn't had a game where he went. It was at Aberdeen he went. He hadn't had a game. He was that bad. And that's just training because he didn't play at all.
It's mad considering. He's got to
He's
go
one
there.
of-
Yeah, it's mad though, considering he did okay when he came in. You wouldn't say he was a bad. You think, you know what? If he's trained right, he could have a good career in football. But maybe something's happened off the field in that time. I don't know. You know, young players, you know what's going on. So to him to go that he can't even get a game for Aberdeen, he must be not doing something right.
Yeah. You know, you've got to take everything into consideration.
Yep.
I always remember that Woodburn kid and that Brewster kid, and you know the hype over them. And I used to watch like the under-23s and everything. I used to always watch, and I used to say, "Not good enough."
I think it's bad attitudes, Frank. All these players Klopp have got rid of, it seems like they've all got bad attitudes.
Exactly.
Definitely, must be, because even Dominic Solanke came out today and slagged Jurgen Klopp off.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
You see, for that, would you have him back now after that? No, you wouldn't, would you?
Well, Klopp wouldn't.
No, Klopp would never have him back.
It's
Rhian
like
Brewster was meant to have been the next. Rhian Brewster was meant to have been the next best thing, and he's turned out awful.
Who?
Rhian Brewster.
Oh, shocking.
So,
It was like that young kid as well. I forget who. I don't know whether it was Ajax or someone. It was a Dutch team. Hoover. You ever remember him?
Kai Van Hoover.
And he never worked out. But there was lots of hype. There's lots of hype.
Yeah.
About players, certain players, and you go, well, you know.
Did he go to Wolves, Frank? Didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but to Wolves, yeah.
But the only player I liked, and we should have kept, in my opinion, but he's being moved on now. I don't know whether he's good enough. Was Nico Williams? Nico Williams was a decent right back, but he wanted to move.
Klopp liked him as well.
Yeah, Klopp liked him. Now just imagine having him. All right, we've got a young Bradley now, but just imagine having him with the likes of Trent moving into midfield. Yeah, there's a question for you, lads. While I go, I'll have to get a drop of orange or something.
That's why I reckon Jones and Tsimikas, they're not the best footballers in the world, but what it is with them two guys, they've got the right attitude.
Yeah.
And because of that attitude, they're getting game time. The other guys you were mentioning, Daryl, earlier, they haven't got the right attitude. And that's why Klopp will never play them or give them a career at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Curtis Jones. I love him.
Yeah. But anyway, if we, as a club, we don't get anyone. This is just my opinion. I think it could not bode well for us by come the end of the season. And I'm not being pessimistic either. I'm just being a realist. And I really think that we should bring someone in. JK, would you go along with that?
I would say an Andre signing now will give us a 75% more better chance of winning the league.
There you go.
Because for me, DM, I'm just worried about that DM position. Like Endo is not here for a few more weeks. When he gets back from the tournament, will he be a bit tired for a few games? You know what I'm saying? So that's like 2 months of the season without a DM, and I don't really want to see McAllister there anymore. Yeah, he gets good interceptions and stuff, and he can read the game pretty well. But as you were saying, Frank, he's very, very slow, and that's why Andre should have been. If he's going for 35 million, yeah, we were ready to buy Casado in the summer for 115. We ended up getting Endo for 16 million, so we've got all that other money to get a decent DM, you know. So that's why Andre should have been the one now.
I think that's about. I'm going over to you in a minute, Lee. Then to you, Daryl. The same. What I've just asked. JK. What do you think? Well, Soulboy says Alisson, Bradley, Canate, Virgil, Gomez, Jones, McAllister, Szoboszlai, if fit. You notice that? If fit. Gakpo, Jota, Diaz. That's a great squad, though. That's a fantastic squad.
Sponsors out.
You know, he's left out as well. We've still got the likes of Costas, and I know he's given the team out there, and Robertson. You know, when they're fit, we've got a very good squad, and not only that, but we've got an excellent bench. It's the best bench I've seen. I always remember going back to the Rafa days. Who was on the bench? I think I forget who we were beating. It was Norwich or someone. And we were beating them 2 or 3-0. And they brought players off. And he was sitting on the bench. It went on to them. And he was sitting there was Fernando Torres, Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard was sitting on the bench. Arbeloa was sitting on the bench. Just imagine those. And they were sitting on the bench then. That's why I've always said we should have won that league with those lads. Oh, Alonso. Just imagine, you know, those players with Mascherano as well playing in this team.
Frank, you don't mind if I leave a couple of minutes early tonight? I've got a hospital appointment in the morning. I've got to get up at 7.
Well, no problem. No problem. I'm
nearly
finishing
10 now, innit? I've got to get up at 7 for the hospital.
Well, I'm finishing in 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm finishing in 5 minutes.
Did our predictions or lineups?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Sound, bro.
Right. Where are you going?
Hey, guys.
I'm only kidding. Go on. Yeah, see you Tuesday. What's he like? After leave, he's got to be up for 7 o'clock. He's going to bed.
7 o'clock? I'm up at 5.
I've been up since 5 myself. What's he like?
Maybe he needs a poo.
I've got to be up. I'm going to the hospital. But that's Soulboys. That's his prediction. You know, for the game. Alisson, Bradley, Canete, Virgil, Gomez, Jones, McAllister, Szoboszlai. You know, if he's fit, Gakpo, Jota, Diaz. It's not a bad side, that actually. Not a bad side at all. But isn't it a shame that Trent's not fit?
Yep.
You know, even McAllister. But it's not a bad side. It's not a bad side. I'm not asking you lads, you know, for your, because I think that's the best side you can pick, if you know what I mean. Because we've got no Mo, we've got no Enzo, we've got no Curtis. I mean, Trent. We've got no anyway.
Dom's been ruled out though for Sunday.
Oh, is he being ruled out already?
Yeah, he missed training. He missed training today, but Klopp normally likes players that have had 2 training sessions after being injured or something like that. So they said that he's not being with for Sunday. So it wouldn't surprise me if you saw Gakpo coming into midfield with Nunes up top.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Would you play Jota? Would you play
for
Jota?
sure.
Yeah, definitely. Jota, Diaz and Nunes.
Yeah.
Where
would you play? Yeah, there's a good one. I'll go to you, JK. Where would you play Diaz? You know, say like he picks Jota, he picks Nunes and Diaz. Where would you play Diaz?
I'm playing him on the right straight away. And then the other two guys can switch. Jota, Darwin, take it in turns. Like we did second half against Arsenal. It's a no-brainer, bro, because Diaz don't work on the left-hand side. I think his last game, he every game he was getting better. Did you notice? And then he scored that goal against Arsenal. And in the next game, he was back on the left. Who did we play last? Oh,
we played. No, we played for
It's
them.
been so.
Who did we play at home?
We've got City coming up, you know.
Did we play Arsenal? No, we played Arsenal FA Cup.
West Ham.
No, we do play Arsenal. We do play Arsenal as well. We've got like a little clump
we play
of them
Arsenal in a few
together.
weeks.
A little clump of them
Who
together.
was that game then?
What game?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What was our last game, Frank?
Say that again. I'm sorry, is it talking over? Well,
who did we play last?
who did we play last? Fulham. Was it
the
Fulham?
league. League
Oh,
game.
in the league. In the league. Oh.
It's been so long, you know, this little break.
Newcastle.
One of the lads, yeah, Newcastle it was.
Newcastle.
When we beat them, 4-2. That's right. Yeah, we beat them 4-2.
Yeah, well, Diaz played on the right in that last game, and he didn't look back. He played on the left, sorry, and he wasn't doing nothing really. So for me, against Bournemouth, I'm going Diaz right, Jota and Darwin switching whenever they want.
Yeah.
So Mozilla might be ready for Fulham then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Fulham games for Mozilla.
Yeah.
That's right. He might be. Well, he said that. Klopp said that, though, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Klopp said that. Do you know, like, if, say, like, it was the last game of the season, right? The last game. And, you know, we had to win it. The likes of Szoboszlai, the likes of Trent, they'd all be playing. He put them in. But because, like, you know, it's this time of the season and he can afford to give them more time to heal up.
Mm-hmm.
Endo and Salah.
Yeah, that's what Paisley used to do.
Yeah.
I always remember Craig Johnson saying, you know, we carried niggles. And when we were carrying the niggles, we never said anything. We never said anything because you just pulled out of the scene. He said, but sometimes if it was an important game and they knew we had a niggle, he just put you in anyway. And the prediction, someone mentioned the prediction there before, Brian Edley. 1-0 to the Reds, been brilliant, lads. Glad you're back to form, Darryl. Thanks, JK, Frank, and everyone. Great company. JK, you are on Facebook, mate?
Mm-hmm. I can add you. No problem.
Are you on Facey?
Yeah, but I haven't used it in a long time.
Facey, man. Facey.
Facey.
No, it's Brian.
He sounds like a little gangster.
Facey.
You know, and he says, yeah,
little Facey from Little Italy. Little Facey from Little Italy. That's the sort of comedies I like. Sorry, what was that, Darren?
I'll have to start saying that now to my missus. Yo, come on, Facey.
Well, that's what we call the Facey anyway. But anyway, lads, we'll end it there. It's been fantastic. It really has.
3-2 Sunday.
I was just going to ask you that. 3-2 to
3-2.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, JK?
2-0, Jota, Darwin.
Hat trick from Verge.
Yeah.
Virgil hat trick.
Do you know we never mentioned Gravenberch? But anyway, it's just for me to say to everyone, thank you. I've got to do something right now. So I've got to do something. I'll see you all on Tuesday. If you want to join me on my normal history show on Monday, you know, it'll be great to see you all. And
JK, add me on Facey.
Okay, we'll do, bro. Will do.
Facey, lovely show. Thank you so much, Darryl. Thank you so much,
love you, Frank.
And a big thank you to Lee, who got off. He'll be in bed now, waking up.
He'll be getting his morning wood.
All right, boys.
Love you, Frank.
Thank you. And it's a big thank you to you out there. Thank you so much. See you all on Tuesday, all the footballers, all the historians, and people who just want a good laugh. I'll see you all on Monday night, same time, 8 o'clock, all the shows anyway. Thank you so much. And,
3 points.
3 points, absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, boys.
Peace.
See you, Frank. See you, JK.
So that.